Assalamualaikum, hello and hi everyone. In this video, we're going to present our group project 2 assignment towards Teachable Machine. Going to group members, there is 4 of us, including me, myself, Muhammad Akidawish bin Muhammad FAUZI. The next one is Nur Era SYAHIDA binti SAHARUDIN, Nur ASYIKIN binti ROSLAN, and lastly, UMMI LAILA binti Abdul Aziz. For introduction, Teachable Machine is a web tool that lets anyone easily train a computer to recognize image, sounds, or even a movement using example. Just like how a person learns by observing and practicing, the machine is teachable because it can be trained using data we provide. This concept helps us to understand how artificial intelligence works by learning from patterns and making predictions based on what it has been learned.
In this Teachable Machine project, we use 5 types of animals as the classifier, such as cats, tortoise, monkeys, cows, and birds. So, how to use these teachable machines? There has 3 steps. The first one is gather, which gathers and groups the examples into classes or categories that want the computer to learn. The second step is train. Train the model, then instantly test it out to see whether it can correctly classify new example. And the last step is export. After testing, we export the model to use it in a project. Teachable Machine lets us download the model or host it online. So, what is a classifier? A classifier is the part of the model that learns how to recognize and categorize different input based on the examples you provide. When you train the models using image, sounds, or pose, the classifier studies the patterns and features in each class. For example, we use animals image such as cats, tortoise, monkeys, cows, and birds. The classifier will learn what makes each animal looks different. Once trained, it can then predict which class a new input belongs to by comparing it to what it has learned. In short, the classifier is responsible for making decisions and sorting new data into the correct category based on the training data. Alright, so now in our group project, we use 5 types of animals such as cows, cats, birds, monkeys, and tortoise.
Okay, so now I'm going to teach how to use the Teachable Machine. You can access the Teachable Machine by searching it in the Google, and then you type Teachable Machine and it will lead you to this website. So in this Teachable Machine project, we use 5 types of animals as our classifier, such as birds, cats, cows, monkeys, and also tortoise. So for the first step of Teachable Machine is we gather and group the examples into classes or categories that we want the computer to learn. For example, right here, we have collected several images for each type of animals. These images can be uploaded from the computer or captured directly using a webcam. As we can see, we have 40 image samples for cows, 42 image samples for monkey, and so on. Okay, for the second step, which is the crucial part also, we need to train the model, and then we instantly test it out to see whether it can correctly classify the new example. After we click the train model, we tested it by showing new images to the model. Okay, so now we test whether it can detect the sample or not. So first we choose sample tortoise. Okay, so this is our sample for tortoise. And as we can see right here is that it detected 88% of tortoise. So which means that this model is well trained. Other percent goes to cats and also birds, maybe because it's not a real tortoise, it's a crochet tortoise. So we move on to the next sample of monkey. So we move to the sample of monkey. As we can see right here is that it's detected it as monkey but more to the cats because it is a plushie and not a real monkey. So we move on to the next sample, which is cow. Okay, we choose this. As we can see right here, it is 94% sure that it is cow, which is correct. So the second sample is cats. Okay, we choose this plushie. This is our sample for cats and it is 97% detected as cats. And lastly, our sample of birds. This is our birds, also a plushie, and it detected 97% as a bird. So, which means that this model are well trained because it detected clearly and accurately of our samples. So, the last step is that we export the model. After we testing, we export the model to use it in a project. So, that's all for teachable machine learning. Now, as we can see right here, is that for the cats, it is detected 99%, and cows with 94%, monkeys 31% for the monkeys, and 69% for the cats, maybe because it has fur. And for the tortoise, 88%, and lastly for the birds, 97%. Okay, so after we have done the teachable machine, we can clearly see the results. As for the percentage, we can clearly say that the teachable machine is accurate because the average of our percentage are 96 to 98%, which is a very high percentage. But some of the classifier make mistakes, maybe because it is a limited variety in the training data. For example, like the cow that have detected as cats also, maybe because we use the cow as a plushie. So it detected as cats because both the plushie and the cats have fur. So other than that, it is maybe because of similar feature between the classes. Some animals like cats and monkeys may share visual similarities. For examples like fur, ears or sitting pose, which can confuse the model during prediction. So how can we fix it? So we need to add more diverse images. We need to include animals in different poses, lighting, angles, and backgrounds to help the model learn better patterns. Other than that, we can also test and retrain. After each test, observe the mistakes, update the dataset, and retrain the model to improve accuracy.
Through this project, we had the opportunity to explore how artificial intelligence works in a simple and hands-on way. Using Teachable Machine, we learned how to gather data, train a model, and test its ability to classify new examples correctly. It was interesting to see how the AI could learn from the images we provided and make decisions just like a human would. Training the model with animals such as cats, tortoise, monkeys, cow, and birds helped us understand how classifiers work and how important quality data is in machine learning. Overall, this experience made AI feel more approachable and showed us how it can be used in education projects and real-life application. This slide shows the proof of our visit, capturing the valuable moments and experiences we shared. These photos reflect our teamwork, engagement, and the joy of learning outside the classroom. That brings us to the end of our presentation. We hope it has given you a clear picture of our journey, efforts, and experiences throughout the program. Thank you for your attention.